Hey guys, it's John here today. It is rose pruning season here in Arizona. It's a beautiful day right now. It is the New Year's Day right now, and usually we like to prune our roses between New Year's and Valentine's Day. So it's a great time to get all of your roses pruned. And right here we have some great roses that are still looking absolutely beautiful. It's been kind of warm out, so these roses have been blooming a little bit later than expected. They'll throw out blooms all winter long, but the amount of blooms on these plants is incredible. But it's time to prune, and I'll show you guys kind of what we're doing. If you guys want to take a closer look in here, we're just pruning off any of the smaller canes. You want to leave a few nice leader canes. So this is what it looks like totally unpruned right here. We like to prune it down by at least half or like 2/3. Knee height is a great height to aim for, knee height to a little higher. So this is a nice long stem here. We're just going to cut it down. You can see a bud. If you look in closely right here, you can see this tiny little bud right here, and that is where the new stem is going to form. So we're actually going to cut it again right above this knob here. Perfect. So it's going to form a new stem right here next spring. And that's how you want to do it. You want these nice thick stems. These are what are going to keep your roses looking nice and healthy. Now right here we have some small spindly stems right here off of this branch. We're going to want to remove these. Anything smaller than a pencil, you're going to want to remove so that the rose can focus its energy on all of the bigger stems. So we're going to top it off right above that stem as well, just so that we keep these stems nice and thick at the bottom here. So as you can see, there's some stems that are almost about to cross. We don't want any crossing stems, so we're going to thin out probably this one right here is going to get thinned out right here, so that the stems are going away from the crown and it's not going to go back into the crown. We want all of these stems kind of growing outside the crown to give it a nice bowl effect. So that's the best way we can prune our roses. This stem right here, we have one that's going to cross. You guys see this crossing right here? This stem, and then it's going to cross with this. Maybe not this year or next year, but down the road when this stem gets thicker and that stem gets thicker, it's going to want to cross and it's going to want to touch. So we're going to prune out this one right here. I know it's kind of a lot of stems, but you can be very ruthless with your roses. I promise you they'll bounce right back. And that looks good. There's no crossing stems here. Down here we have a few smaller stems that we're going to prune off just back to the base of this plant here. There we go. And it looks pretty good. We're going to take off these side branches right here on this stem. And we're going to top this right here where we see a bud. So that looks good. That looks really good. Okay, so we don't see any buds on this one. Oh, we see a bud right here. So we're going to prune it right where that bud is. Perfect. And ideally you want these buds facing outwards, away from the crown, the center of the plant. You want them facing outwards. They, again, creates a nice bowl effect, and it's not going to create any crossing branches. So at the end too, if you have any leaves left on your plant, you're just going to pluck them off and defoliate them. Here in Arizona and any warmer climate, you want to defoliate all of your roses when it's time to. That'll help push out new growth. So we're going to finish pruning all of these roses. We have some beautiful salmon colored ones here, and we have a ton of icebergs. As you guys can see, the icebergs are really putting on a show still, but we're going to prune out so they're nice and healthy for the springtime, and we'll show you guys what it looks like afterwards. Okay, we just finished pruning all of these iceberg roses, and we did pretty good. This is kind of what the after looks like. Lots of just sticks. I know, it's kind of scary pruning them, but they will grow back. I promise. So we put down some compost just to clean up this bed a little bit. It's always great to have good compost. layer every year. We sprinkled some good Tony's Magic mix too, some fertilizer. You want to make sure you feed your roses really well after you prune them so they can push out their new growth and growing quite quickly so they can bloom again in the spring. Thank you, Kyle, for all your help. Right now, we're going to prune a little bit of the climbing roses. We have a few climbing roses over here. Now with these, you don't have to thin out the canes as much. We're just going to give it a light trim, and we might defoliate it. Defoliating these are a lot more work, but we'll see. Oop, we are taking out all of this rose pruning on the tarp right now. It's a great way to drag it all out, but look at this pile. Alrighty, we just finished up the rose pruning. I'm so surprised we were able to fit all of these rose clippings in here. We did a total of 34 roses back there, and phew, you guys, it is not an easy task doing that, but we enjoy doing it. It's definitely worth all the effort with all of that beautiful spring color. So I'll show you guys when they start pushing out some more growth and they start blooming. It'll be absolutely beautiful. I do want to mention this tarp really quick. This is a great tarp, especially if you have a truck. You can just fold up all the sides of it, buckle it in, and it's going to stay in place. You can drive it down the freeway. We brought all of our compost in with this beautiful tarp, and we're taking out all of our rose trees with this. So it's a great investment. I will definitely leave that link for you guys down below if you want to check it out.